Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. The Luzerne County Council met last night to discuss PPL plans for a new high-voltage transmission line that will run through the Sugarloaf Valley. A 10-to-1 vote council passed a non-binding resolution asking the company to consider other options. The proposed project is part of PPL's $6.8 billion statewide effort to modernize the grid and support growing demand from data centers. In southern Luzerne County, the plan includes a 12-mile transmission line and 2 new switch yards stretching across several townships. Construction is expected to begin next year and end in 2027. Sugarloaf Valley residents voiced their concerns at the meeting, warning the project could permanently change the character and livability of the area. Police in Duryea want the public's help to find this reckless ATV driver. Officers were patrolling the area of Foote Avenue and Phoenix Street on August 16th when they observed this ATV and a UTV driving illegally on the roadway. Duryea police chased the vehicles through traffic as they cut off and dangerously passed other drivers and drove through yards. The riders refused to stop and fled southbound on Foote Avenue. Police were not able to catch them. It is illegal to operate an ATV or UTV on a public roadway unless it is specifically designated for such use. Children under 16 are only allowed to operate them on private property or under supervision and must have a valid safety certificate. If you have any information about this incident, you can call the Duryea Police Department at 570-457-1721 or their anonymous tip line at 1-833-DPD-TIPS. A man is facing multiple charges after a police chase Monday night in Luzerne County. Sources say around 6:15 p.m., an officer with the Kingston Township Police spotted a white sedan on Route 309 with illegal window tint and learned the driver's license was suspended. When the officer tried to pull the car over, the driver, identified as 44-year-old Kauai Dave Wilson, took off. Due to safety concerns, police called off the chase. A short time later, Dallas Township Police found the car crashed near Route 309 and Kunkel Road. Officers say Wilson ran into the woods, but was later tracked down with the help of a K-9 unit, a drone, and several other agencies. He was arrested without further incident. Wilson is charged with fleeing police, resisting arrest, and other related offenses. He was remanded to the Luzerne County Correctional Facility and was denied bail. On Tuesday night, firefighters responded to a house fire on Market Street in Pittston around 9:30 p.m. 2 residents managed to escape the fire to safety along with their 2 cats and a dog. Pittston City Fire Chief Frank Rowan says the home was severely damaged, but it wasn't a total loss. The fire started in the basement, where it later spread to the kitchen and bathroom, causing severe damage. The fire was later put out at 10 p.m. by the Pittston City Fire Department. Officials say the Red Cross was on the scene to assist the residents, and the PSP Fire Marshal will be on the scene to investigate the cause of the fire. 2 people are facing drug charges after police allegedly found them with ecstasy and methamphetamines. The Hazleton City Police Department was called about a suspicious vehicle on Columbus Court last week. When they arrived, they found the driver, Dominique Fraser Gibson, and his passenger, Sade McCoy, in a parked Nissan Altima. After an investigation, police say that Fraser Gibson was in possession of a large quantity of ecstasy pills and a handgun. McCoy had a small amount of methamphetamine. Fraser Gibson was charged with possession with intent to deliver and carrying a firearm without a license. He was transported to the Luzerne County Correctional Facility and is being held on a $25,000 bail. McCoy is facing pending charges related to the methamphetamines. Coming up on WYLN News, a local business is asking for help gathering school supplies for students. Plus, we'll tell you where you can get some free hot dogs this Labor Day weekend. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton's emergency room team. Your experts in any emergency. When emergencies happen, minutes and expertise count. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is now part of Jefferson Health.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old. It's kind of partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Welcome back to WYLN News. PennDOT says all driver license and photo centers across the state will be closed from August 30th through September 1st for Labor Day holiday. While offices are shut down, customers can still take care of most services online. That includes license and registration renewals, address changes, driver history reports, exam scheduling, and more. Those online services are available with no extra fees. A local business is holding a back-to-school drive for supplies until September 1st, and you can help. The Candlewood Suites Hazelton off of Route 93 is collecting clear backpacks, folders, markers, crayons, and other supplies to help ease the financial burden on parents and teachers starting the new school year. If you would like to donate some new supplies for the drive, you can visit the Candlewood Suites on 9 Bowman's Mill Road, Hazelton, and drop off all items in the lobby. Opening this coming Friday, August 29th, and continuing through Sunday, August 31st, the Steamtown National Historic Site is hosting the annual Railfest in Scranton. People at the upcoming event can have fun at the opening ceremony, ride trains, listen to the sounds of different bells and whistles, learn the history of trains, and see static exhibits. The event will also include free Colts bus shuttles between the site and the La Festa event taking place downtown. The Railfest will begin Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. and is to be at the Steamtown National Historic Site at 350 Cliff Street, Scranton. This Labor Day weekend, Sheetz is giving out hot dogs for free. Sheetz Incorporated is opening their 800th store in the U.S. in Raleigh, North Carolina on August 28th. It is a milestone for the Pennsylvania-based chain with their plans to expand 1,000 stores by 2028. The company has seen growth since opening their 700th store in Columbus, Ohio. To celebrate, starting on August 28th, Sheetz will be giving out 2 free hot dogs with any purchase this Labor Day weekend using the Sheetz mobile app on every Sheetz around the country. So if you're planning to travel to grab gas or grab a quick meal, stop by your local Sheetz near you and don't miss this offer. 11 firefighters were honored Monday for the extraordinary rescue of a 13-year-old boy from a house fire. The 3-alarm fire occurred in Colesdale last month. When crews arrived, they found the home fully engulfed in flames and the young boy trapped inside. Firefighters from Colesdale and Tamaqua bravely rushed into the home and rescued him. The boy suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns and was flown to a hospital, but he is alive and recovering today due to their heroism. 7 Coaldale firefighters and 4 Tamaqua firefighters were awarded the Medal of Valor, the highest award a firefighter can receive. The Pennsylvania Departments of Conservation and Natural Resources, Aging and Health, have come together to unveil a new toolkit they hope will help older residents connect with the outdoors and improve their health. The Connecting to the Outdoors as We Age, Pennsylvania's Prescription for Nature toolkit gives seniors, caregivers, and community organizations practical strategies that include indoor nature guides, low-cost adaptations to navigate outdoors, and research on the mental and physical health of outdoor recreation. The departments hope that exposure and interest in the outdoors will help older adults to reduce stress and anxiety, lower chronic disease risk, and improving overall well-being. Coming up on Catawba's News Choice, we learn about the health benefits of shockwave therapy on this week's Wellness Wednesday. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Part 3 of Hughesville. And stay right here on Wyln. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Wyln programming is online all the time. Visit our website at wylntv.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Lisa Marie, and I am here at our beautiful Station Circle therapy room, which is gorgeous with so many, and I say word gorgeous, but it is. I mean, you have everything in this therapy department that I think anyone could possibly need to get back on their feet. So I am here with a new therapist, Wyln Kagoy.
Yep.
And also we are going to have our Christina Perry that you've seen in other episodes. She's going to be our patient today. And we're going to talk about shockwave therapy. I know, it sounds pretty intense. Wyln, tell us a little bit about what it is and who benefits from it.
So one big thing out the gate, like you said, with shockwave therapy, that's one of the big misconceptions a lot of people have, because when you hear shockwave, you think electrical, and it's actually not electrical therapy whatsoever. It's actually sound waves getting pulsed into the joint, muscle, ligament, tendon, whatever you're treating. So benefit-wise, I mean, a lot of times the treatment is a treatment option. It's non-invasive, or for any kind of diagnosis that it's been treated multiple times in the past and nothing else seems to help.
Okay.
So
I'm coming in, my doctor orders therapy for me. Why are you going to like?
So a lot of times if they've tried other treatments that haven't worked in the past, they'll refer this. And what it does is it increases blood flow to that joint. So it's having delayed healing, or other treatments are increasing the pain or anything like that. This is just a non-invasive another treatment. And what we'll do is we'll use this machine and it'll send sound waves into that joint, increase the blood flow. It'll actually have a little bit of an inflammatory response, but that's what you want, because the increased inflammation and blood flow will promote the healing.
Okay. So what, and I know I'm asking these questions and it may sound redundant, but you know, for those of us who really aren't in your world, what kind of injury would I have possibly had to?
Right. A lot of it's tendonitis, overuse, chronic tendonitis, bursitis. If you have Achilles tendonitis or spurring, plantar fascia is a real big one that we're treating right now.
Okay.
Tennis elbow, golfer's elbow. What else have you been treating or seeing recently? They're the big ones at the moment. I did hamstring for marathon runners.
Okay.
A lot of knees and hips, so kind of treats them all.
Oh, okay. All right. So do you want to kind of show us how this works and how?
So, yeah, with this machine, this is the aperture you use to deliver the sound wave. Inside of this machine, there's a little metal rod with a bullet inside, and when you turn it on, it compresses air through that little rod and sends that bullet into the head of the apparatus that you're using. So there's multiple heads you can use when treating the patient depending on the intensity. So when you do this type of treatment, it is a little bit of a noxious stimuli. It's a little uncomfortable. You feel it tapping and a pulsing. And you want to use whichever head you could tolerate the greatest.
Okay.
So at first you could use a ceramic or a plastic, and then you go to harder metals. So when you first do it to the patient, use a light head that's comfortable for them, and you see how they tolerate it. And if you're like, that's good, I could go more, you could bump up the head and the intensity.
Okay.
So the higher the intensity, the deeper it goes into the joint, the more of the inflammatory response you're going to get.
Right.
So you would start with a light head. In your case, we would treat the elbow after doing an evaluation and seeing what's going on. You would select a head, you'll put ultrasound on the joint, and then you would deliver the treatment. When I turn this on, we'll do it in a minute, because you can't talk through it because it's a little noisy and loud with the tapping. Once you turn it on, it will deliver 3,000 pulses into that joint, and you'll hear how quick it is in a second. After 3,000 repetitions, it'll turn off and take a break. And then typically treatment is between 3,000 and 9,000 repetitions. So you'll do it for a round, take a break, how you feel. I'm getting used to it. All right, you could bump up the intensity. You could change the head on it if that's where you're going with it. And then after 9,000 repetitions, you conclude the treatment. It's pretty brief. It takes 8 to 15 minutes, depending what body part, where you're treating, and how you're treating it. And then the biggest thing is after treatment, it's going to be a little red, hot, swollen. That's a normal response because it's an inflammatory response.
Sure.
You want to stay away from any kind of anti-inflammatories or steroids.
Okay.
So that's one big thing with this misconception. You don't want to take Advil or anything like that, because it's going to kind of defeat the purpose of increasing the blood flow and swelling to that area.
I have to tell you, I love your passion for what you do. Your knowledge is incredible, and I'm so glad that, you know, we can rely on your expertise to give us the treatment that is right for us when we come in here. So show us real quick.
Yeah, so if I were to treat her and we did an evaluation, she has tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, whatever she has going on, and see lateral elbow pain, you would palpate it. I would choose a head for her. I'll go a little less intense for now, and you would situate the patient how they're comfortable. And what I would do is just get the ultrasound gel, place on the area treating. So then the parameters are already set in the machine. That's a whole different ballgame just for therapist-wise. Typically 2 to 3 times the size of the sound head is what you're going to be treating. You will prep the patient because at first they're very nervous because again they have that shockwave theory in their head that electrical currents getting delivered. It is going to be a little loud when I first turn it on. I'm not going to speak through it, so I'll turn it on for a second and then I'll turn it off. Are you ready? You comfortable? All right, here we go.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So every time you hear that tick, that's that bullet hitting the metal head of this apparatus. So again, that brief period, that delivered 275 pulses. Okay, I would do that until it hit 3,000. In the interim, I would also ask her, you know, how was the intensity on that? If she's like, it's not that bad, I would increase the head immediately because you want it to be as strong as you can tolerate.
And how did that feel for you?
Yeah, you could feel a little bit of a pinching, but other than that, no shock sensation, just the vibration.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you both for, once again, educating us on what this is and how it can benefit our patients. Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Wellness Wednesday.
Have a good day.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to talk about spinal decompression, where you gently traction the spine to take pressure off of the disc. It has saved people's lives. Literally, they were going to commit suicide. So watch the show, see how traction could help you.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve. It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed. And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old. It's kind of partly cloudy.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
The
town of Picture Rocks, just north of Hughesville, was named for the Native American pictographs the early European settlers discovered on the rocks above Muncie Creek at the future town's location. While these artworks no longer exist today, the artwork of a Picture Rock natives do. John Wesley Little was born in Forksville in 1867. He was the grandson of Theophilus Little, who had fought in the Revolution and had been one of the founders of Eaglesmere. Little's family moved to Picture Rocks when he was a young child. When he was 8, he entered a sketch which he titled Old Rover in a local art contest. Encouraged by his peers to continue with art, he went on to study at New York City's National Academy of Design from 1888 to 1894. During the summer months thereafter, he returned to Eaglesmere, where he taught art classes at the town's Chautauqua Association for $2.50 per week. Little then went to study art in France in 1899, and after a subsequent marriage moved to Fort Washington near Philadelphia, where he resumed professional painting. He became well known for his pastoral paintings of rural Pennsylvania settings, many featuring livestock prominently. His works would have a major exposition at Bucknell University in 1901, the same year the American Art Society awarded him a silver medal. Little returned to Picture Rocks in 1905 and remained there until his death in 1945. John Wesley Little rested in Picture Rock Cemetery. For amusement, Hughesville residents could travel west of town to what had begun as a picnic pavilion in 1873. A dance hall would be added in 1895. This would soon come to double as a roller skating rink as well. By the early 1900s, the property was owned by former state representative John King. He would build dams in the site and stock the resulting lakes with trout. Theodore Boak purchased the land in 1906 and began converting it into a resort area, originally known as Boak Park, although it would later gain the more lasting name of Trout Pond Park. In 1927, the property was purchased by Harold and Dorothy Larned of Tamaqua, who had numerous amusement rides. Soon, guests at Trout Pond Park had the option to ride a Ferris wheel, a carousel, and a train ride. They could also try their luck in the park's shooting gallery, or pitch coins and toss baseballs at milk cans at the game stands. Younger guests could take in Kittyland, which featured a clown ride and swings among other attractions. The rides were removed in 1978 due to rising insurance costs, making it too hard for the then owners to maintain them. Trout Pond Park, however, is still open for guests today, offering roller skating, picnics, and special events to guests, as well as trout fishing. Bad luck can strike any of us at the wrong moments. Such a misfortune would hit Hughesville's Nettie Smith in 1895. On the fateful day in question, she had made the mistake of putting a suspender snap between her teeth when handling another task, when abruptly she swallowed it. Although doctors would assure her to not inconvenience her, Smith soon began experiencing bronchial issues and required near constant medical care. This would continue until October 1900, when Smith went into a severe coughing fit and finally managed to cough the offending snap back up. With the irritant thus out of her system, Smith returned to normal health thereafter. For entertainment, Hughesville residents could go to a movie house built by Ollie and Agnes Odell in 1910 on Main Street. It doubled as a skating rink, and for several years, Hughesville High School played their home basketball games in the gymnasium at the rear of the building. The theater went through several names before settling in the Community Theater around 1930. Its regular features include cowboy movies every Friday night and then a serial and cartoons. The Community Theater closed around 1970. Several other businesses occupied space over the years, among them Woodman's Drugstore, but today the Country Fork restaurant calls the former movie house's site home. The restaurant features several artifacts of the Community Theater on display for its guests to take in during their time at the Country Fork.
I'm 5 years old. It's kind of partly cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.